These are the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and DRX during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
See on the other side, you know, Teddy's very confident.
Oh, Empress Divide going to be thrown down. Faker rocket jumping, trying to get away. As Sponge is moving in. Oh, this is so dangerous. The flash has to be employed. And Ona not able to get too much, but does manage.
Scuttle Crab going over to Ona, but not willing to let the grubs go.
Yeah, level 6 has been hit here by Ona, though, as there's the Zenith Blade. Pletter actually going in, grasping roots, comes down as Ona is the focus, but Faker's already dived in. That's the first blood, and it goes to Tristana. Gets the reset there as well, as Frog's rotated down. It is a disaster for DRX, although they only lose one. They should also lose the grubs off the back end.
He's starting to take over in this matchup and pull a bit of a lead now.
Oh yeah, this is really dangerous. Grasping Roots going to get double value, but I don't know whether it even matters. Stranglethorns comes in, the knockup comes down. Dawning Shadow and Faker gets in there. Now Yahoo just trying to get himself out. The Emperor's Divide did absolutely nothing. Pletter trying to take matters.
It's a really nice play from T1 there.
Yeah.
And they're continuing to apply the pressure. They're now going to look to get 6 Void Grubs. And
6 grubs is
for Carrier to answer back.
Yeah, potential dive here as there is the flash attempt onto Sponge, but they haven't picked up the turret aggro just yet, and he's used everything. Frog able to avoid as now Carrier should be going down here. Mystic shots, it's going to be able to be Teddy picking up the kill. And Frog seems to be okay for the moment, although he's not out of the woods just yet. Oh god, this must be so scary for the little Skarner, or the lawnmower, or the terrifying large Skarner. Whatever it is, he is in a whole host of trouble. Gumayusi does not want to be tanking this one as the Impale goes wide, and that means they can pounce on in and grab the kill. Ona very close to going down there.
So really smart from Sponge to bait that out. They're now in trouble.
And after flashes, yeah, walls don't really mean too much here for Frog, and finally the Stranglethorns get some value. DRX would never do that.
Hey, we're casters, that's what we're supposed to do. You know?
Unless it's lore, in which case that can't be. As good buffer there from Faker, but he can't buffer the next one. There's the Flash Emperor's Divide. That's the kitchen sink, ladies and gentlemen, being used to take down the GOAT. And
to clear this out, we can see Teddy moving then. He was the one who got the kill on the Faker, so big payoff. T1 just moved that pressure up towards the top lane though.
Yeah, this is not going to last very long. Teleport is going to be used here. That's going to bring Yahoo over, unless it was just interrupted by Carrier, in which case he's not going to be there to join. Frog does find himself the Impale, as Dawning Shadow is going to be what locks down the kill onto the Skarner in the end. Teddy trying to get some autos down as, my goodness, Sponge, he's not even able to take the dragon without costing it his life. As now, yeah, he will go down. Faker takes a lot of damage, though, and those plants need to be respected. Carrier now doesn't have a lot of damage, and so Yahoo, they're just fighting over the honey fruit. Oh, this is a battle for the ages. Carrier, I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. The Nautilus is just too strong as he takes down the Pigeon, and look at that guy. Just saunters his way back to the bottom lane.
Such a thing, just Carrier with gold. You know, do we expect anything else? Nope. I feel like maybe a year or two ago this might have surprised us, but this is just Carrier.
It is. And well, you get a teleport from your Skarner.
I love how they're defending this tower so heavily when it's an Azir tower.
Wait, who's defending who? Like, Solar Flare going to connect here onto Carrier as over the wall goes Frog, finds the Ram. There is the Impale, and they take down the Nautilus. They need a lot to do it. That still could get them some respite in any sort of siege being put up by DRX.
You know what I feel like they're going to do?
What?
They're going to do this crazy thing. You might not believe they'll do this, but being that it's T1, I think they'll probably start the Baron.
That may happen. Trishop Barrage was a decent attempt there from Teddy, but not quite fast enough. That will be the Cloud.
So now Teddy's left alone to defend the tower. It's going to go so fast.
Yeah, he does have a True Shot Barrage, but it's not going to be able to save this turret, and that is just going to explode. Teddy able to Arcane Shift backwards. Now the rest of DRX trying to make their way over. This is a deep flank from Frog, who's trying to get in there. He's invested his teleport for it as well. If they get nothing for this, it could be an absolute catastrophe. Faker gets rammed into the wall, but it doesn't really seem to matter because the Impale doesn't land. There's the ulti onto Pletter, though. He goes in. DRX now have rebuilt the Phalanx as the spear is going to miss. But T1 have just said, we'll just keep you at arm's length. We'll just throw out what we can find without hard committing. Is never mind. Gumayusi has to cleanse, and there's Teddy. Grabs the Trinity Force proc and takes down the center. Faker now has to get out of there, and DRX, they now have a slight man advantage, but not really a lot. Didn't really take into account here, so they have that extra teleport available. They might have to sacrifice a lot if they want to be able to get this Baron, as Yeah, Carrier
Ona's not
booking
close
it
enough.
into the pit. Yeah, Ona's going to take a while to get over here. I think this Baron is going to go over to DRX. But what is going to happen elsewhere on the map? Faker actually deciding to teleport back in.
Little exchange.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I think, you know, Faker, if he had have been given another opportunity, would have probably opted to just stay there towards that bottom side. See whether it does work out here. As Plants coming on out, trying to be frustrating. Pleta goes in, gets the rocket jump out of Faker. Should give Teddy some free time with this outer turret, and they will be able to at least take that. So,
towards the bot lane, and they're going to get the dragon as well. So mid tier 1 going down obviously is nice. DRX now going to take this tier 2.
yeah, they should
Hoping for their sake.
try and push Frog away. True shot barrage, hitting the wave mostly. Gumayushi, oh my goodness, Teddy looked at him and he takes so much damage here. That is going to be this inner turret falling down as well. And DRX, when it comes to the demolition, which is what they want, down to 50%. Same can be said for Teddy though. Really has to stand in this backline. There is the Drake secured by the Gnar, and Yahoo going to stretch DRX. Teleport available for Frog, but not for Yahoo.
Teddy's
That
so
means
low.
that, yeah, T1, they can just start this one up. And Pleta taking a lot of poke damage if he decides that he wants to come on over here. Teddy over the wall. They maybe think, oh, there he is, he goes in. Gumayushi has to flash. And Sponge still here threatening. Depth charge going to be used on the Zyra, and they just burst down the Baron. Zeus is also just kind of winning the game casually by himself here as well. And DRX, I think they were stuck between a whole lot of different, very difficult decisions, and Spear is going to connect. Pleta is executed. Sponge, he throws down the Stranglethorns, but then he has to flash out of there. And I think this is the beginning of the end for DRX. Yahoo, there are a lot of plates spinning right now, but there's also a lot that are just lying strewn on the ground. They weren't able to keep up with all of them as T1 were just throwing too many decisions their way. Zeus, I don't know what that one was about, but he's got a GA, so he may as well dive underneath Nexus turrets, and he almost takes them all out as he does so. Onto the fountain goes Sponge, and he'll just have to watch as T1 finishes off the Nexus. DRX made him work for it, but didn't really feel close at many of the stages of this game.
And it felt like DRX with this Diana Rakan combo, and then we've seen the Malphite and Cassante be a pretty good matchup, but also you're playing.
Lying in wait. Wanted to find an angle here, as once again, Sponge just putting Plants in the lane. And Ona comes down, does manage to land that Q, but Yahoo coming on over. Level 5 once again, as Ona is going to find the dash on the E. And First Blood, it happens exactly the same way, but this time Yahoo's there to answer. Still, Flash does have to be used here by Yahoo to get him out of the way of Faker, who will get that plan. There you go.
I would say
couldn't cleanse that one,
Cassante
sadly.
is built a bit like The Rock, though.
Yeah, I would say so as well. It's okay, Teddy's dead. The cleanse wouldn't have been that ususeful, to be fair.
You know, maybe could it cleanse Flash the carrier engage? Maybe. That's kind of the paper you're taking.
This bottom lane, and bottom lane on a reset as well on T1's side. So that does mean that it's likely that DRX is just going to be able to pick this one up without too much contest. That is precise.
Healthy when he left the tower, and they had so much damage. I think he was dead anyway. At least Teddy saved his Flash, I think is the takeaway.
Whoa, that's an ulti, as All Out is going to be used here. Zeus takes 2 turret shots in the end. But yeah, he is an unstoppable force. Is this Rock, and Rascal, if we have a look, you know, doing fine when it comes to... Super Mega Death Rocket is spotted by absolutely everyone before it is avoided by Zeus. Grasping Roots come down, and there is Zeus on that flank angle. He is at full health, just wanting to find someone to hit with his abilities, but it's Yahoo. Oh dear, bit of Owen Wilson. As he gets a control ward down, Gumayushi doesn't find the extendo beam. He gets over the wall. Carrier not able to lock him up just yet. There's a blast cone there. Valdez, there's a blast cone there, and it is going to be denied. Beautifully done, T1 locked down.
Was for Brendan Valdez.
That was.
Save it.
As Carrier just barely sidestepping that one. That was pretty cute. As Faker has just pushed Teddy around and slams him into the wall. We'll be out of there. Going to be able to take at least their third. Sponge probably not going to
6 this time.
Yeah, not 6. Probably 5 is what I'm seeing right now. As, all right, there's the engage from Pleta. Finds another solar flare, and the layering of CC is gorgeous. Faker just couldn't do anything the whole time. And now Rascal's a Rock. He's flashing, he's dashing, he's getting out of there. He must have ulted in to try and deny something. Wasn't able.
And the same plates from the same place.
There you go. And also, it's equal dragons. As, oh man, that was almost not, but Super Mega Death Rocket not quite going to get there.
Yeah, not the best overall from DRX. Try to overforce that one.
Yeah.
And this is why people like Nautilus and Vi. Can't miss with those champions.
Yeah.
Leona and Zyra, definitely an opportunity to not connect with your skills, and that's what ends up happening. And now, Yehu.
The revenge of Faker is coming in here as now Carrier finds the quickness onto multiple members. It's a great Valkyrie, but I don't know whether even with the flash, that's going to get Yehu out of here as yet cut down where he stands. Zeus will take a bit of damage back in the interim, but oh dear. DRX.
And kind of similar to game 1, where they just took structures all over the place. Now looking to go for this mid-tier 2, you can see Zeus as priority bot, he moves over. What can DRX do?
Well, I don't know. We'll see whether Pleta has an answer. I think defending the inner turret was an impossibility. That is just going to go down with that one charge.
Now DRX heavily committed for this topside turret. They will zone carry away, and they should be able to get this and an objective bounty, but they are sacrificing Dragon for it.
Yeah, if you're going to be thinking about being mean, that was a zoning miss of abilities from Sponge.
Zyra, right? You miss your abilities, but you spawn plants and they do the job for you.
Exactly. That's why I play the champion. You spelt it out, and it is as beautiful as you say. All right, Corki waiting in the wings. Kumiushi spotted on vision here as well, so they know kind of what's coming towards this bottom side, but not really going to get too much out of it. Back to come through as now Faker, Alright, just wants to walk up to Faker. Does get Buster shotted, and that was beautifully played.
That was so close, though. The Zenith Blade nearly connected, and if it did,
he just follows him the whole way.
Yeah.
But T1 are now just sieging here towards this bottom side. There's the Grand Entrance on top of the Rock, who's pretty tanky, but not quite tanky enough. Moonfall coming on in there from Ona. And Rascal, he will be able to soak up all of this damage, but the inhibitor is still going to go down. The job has been done here by T1, and DRX have not been able to answer now. All of Rascal's health is back. He's teleported in, but where's everyone else? What are they going to be able to do? Can they actually hold on to this one is the question. As in goes the Kazante into Gumayushi. The Rock has done nothing. He hasn't been able to get in there and affect anything because T1, they just turn on the squishy members. They take him down. It's a triple for Guma. And maybe the game's just over here.
Yeah, they have a minion wave. Rascal doesn't have ult. He didn't have it when he tried to flank.
Yeah.
And now Teddy's trying to defend. But the human Nexus, I'm not sure he can do it.
They might be able to kill the real Nexus, though, even if they can't kill Teddy. And this game was kind of a game until it was just done. Nexus goes down 21 minutes here for T1 as they'll finish off DRX here in this series.
And it feels like game 1, DRX made a decent amount of headway, clawing back the gold lead, extending the game, making it difficult. Game 2, T1.
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between T1 and DRX during the 2024 LCK Summer Split. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.